What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider. Don't stop. Stop it. Stop.
I'm
You,
trying to
you're
see.
gonna poke the audience's eye out. You can't do that.
Okay. It's not like Nemo. It's not like what's the little girl's name?
I don't remember the little
You
girl's
know what I'm
name.
talking
Yes,
about.
I know
Yeah.
exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, it's not like that.
Oh, okay.
Just tap it on the glass.
Why aren't you listening to me?
But that is Mr. VIP Frankie Washington. How are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome, bro. Thank you for asking. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be back, and I am happy to be talking about this show because
You know what? If they like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, they know we here.
Yeah.
And they click. So thank you. Just want y'all to know that.
But for those of you who aren't here from your notifications and YouTube just so happened to drop our video into your algorithm.
Boom, recommended by the best.
This is All Things Super, where every week we take a piece of superpowered TV, movies, even trailers. We watch them, we react to them, we break them down, we review them, and we ask the question, is it super?
It's super. Is it super? I try to do my inner Arnold. I couldn't know if I got it out or not.
It takes a lot for that.
It's painful. It's painful to do it. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, be from Austria.
That might help.
I
thought you was about to do the whole thing.
No,
you did that. I thought you were gargling thumbnails. Get to the chopper. Okay. I love that.
If you like that, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
Leave a comment. We'll read that thing. Sometimes on the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And only those times. Not to be mistaken with any other times.
We only read it on the show when we're on the show.
Yeah, those times. No other times. Just some of those times.
But we are here today to talk about the first 3 episodes of Amazon Prime Video spin-off of The Boys, Gen V, Season 2.
Season 2.
We were back at Godolkin University. God you. And
God did you.
I don't know, because first of all, before we get into, the whole talking about the episodes and everything, they started off, we all know that, or for the people who were fans of season 1 and they were looking forward to season 2, the actor who played, I had his name and I just lost it. Andre Emerson. Yeah. Chance Perdomo, unfortunately passed away in between season 1 and season 2. Not too long after season 1 wrapped and they announced that season 2 was going to be filming. He was in an accident and passed away.
Big condolences.
They made it very well known, like at the beginning of episode 1, just in big bold letters, like, this is for Chance. So of course they had the daunting task of continuing a beloved series without a beloved character. And, going into that is always difficult because you have to write around it when your intentions weren't to do that from the beginning. So I will say that even though it's hard to deal with an off-screen death in a TV show or in a franchise movie or a movie franchise, I think that the way that they explained it was really well done, especially because, and I know, like I said, this wasn't their intentions going into season 2. They already planted the seeds of your abilities are killing your father and you have the same condition, and it could potentially kill you if you overdo it. And I don't know, like, that was serendipitous, very coincidental. It's crazy. Conspiracy believers might say, oh, they already knew what was going to happen, the Illuminati writing scripts and all this other kind of stuff. But
that's a lot. That's a lot to
But
say.
being able to at least have a sort of cohesive story beat or like a through line to kind of follow that actually made sense as to what happened and why we don't see that character anymore. Awful, devastating for him to not be in the show because he was a great part of season one.
Yes.
The conflict that was between him and Kate, and the relationship between him and Marie, and just the friendship that he and Jordan had. He was like almost the linchpin of like that whole group.
The relationship between him and his dad.
Yeah,
It's like just so much going on. Yeah. And then unfortunate.
yeah.
Just super unfortunate.
So knowing all of that going into season two, we knew like, okay, well, how are we gonna write Andre out? And then how? Because we saw in the trailer, and you know, if you missed our trailer reaction, go check that out.
We did
But
that.
one
We
of the
did
big
that. It
questions
was
was,
funny.
how are these kids who got arrested and put in jail? How are they just back in school now, and nobody really seems to care that they're back
Yeah.
in school? And they just basically Vought explained it all away, like, oh, they were wrongfully framed and they were wrongfully accused. It was the human propaganda machine made the
Mm.
superheroes look like villains. And I will say that of these first three episodes,
Uh-huh.
it is uncomfortable how
Whoa.
close to reality these episodes
What
have
is
been.
happening right now?
It like shockingly, it's like if there were superheroes in real life,
In real life.
Gen V might as well be a reality TV show.
Whoa, Spider, come
That's how close
on.
to the themes of prejudice and, you know, superiority complexes, that you have an entire race
Mm.
of empowered and enhanced individuals now believing, well, I won't say the entire race, but you have a group, a very large
Doesn't
group.
doesn't
Uh,
take many.
no, it
It's
doesn't. And especially
one
when
can
you
start a
have
war.
super powered individuals.
Yeah.
But of course, this feeds off
Mentally
of,
unstable as well.
yeah, and this feeds off of what happened in The Boys, where these Starlighters were the human sympathizers or the human, you know, uh, uh, supporters, and then you have the Homelanders, or I think that's what they call themselves.
Yeah.
Um,
Something like that.
but they believe in superhero superiority. Like they are more powerful than us, so they should be the ones in control. And they think that, you know, it's very reminiscent of things that are happening with the United States government at this point, where conservatives believe one way, liberals and Democrats believe another way, and it hits very close to home in these first three episodes. Like the woman that's working at the coffee shop, and the superheroes are constantly putting up the Starlighter resist flyer on the
Yes.
cork board, and she is
Terrified.
terrified because she's getting death threats every day from superhero students, like not even adults. These are
Yes.
teenagers, like young adults, like at the most maybe 21, 22, threatening this woman's life just because she happens to be a human working a coffee shop at a superhero university.
And
And
if she
just
could get another
like, if
job,
she's like, it's just asking like, why didn't you work somewhere else? If I could get another job, I would. And it's like, it's hard out there, and it's crazy to see all of the stuff that she has to deal with, and just the segregated entrances, the human entrance versus the
yes.
superhero entrance. And you
Yes.
see the guy who's working security, he like has x-ray vision, and you're
And
being like, clearly,
clearly just, oh my God.
it's one thing about The Boys and The Boys franchises, because with Gen V and Diabolical,
Uh-huh.
they are not afraid to
Take
be,
it there.
they're not
Go
afraid
there.
to go over the top. They're not afraid to say the things that a lot of other shows won't say, or touch on a lot of topics that other shows won't touch on. And there's, I feel like we said this at the beginning of, we say this at the beginning of every season of The Boys, and I think we did this again at the beginning of Gen V season one. It's like you start the show and they're already ramped it up to 10. It's
Yes.
already going. You're full speed as soon as the show starts.
You're
And
in the thick of it.
there's nothing to stop it. And it just keeps going from there. But where we end up with, I think episode 3 was so well done because you have all of these different characters now who are all going through their own individual things. Jordan has been
Yes.
named the number one student at God
Which
U,
is what they always
which is what they have
wanted.
been shooting for since the beginning. But now
Yes.
of everything that they know, of everything that's going behind the scenes, it's like, do I really want to be the face of this university? Do I really want to be
Yes.
associated with all of the things that they have been doing that the press knows nothing about because Vought just sweeps everything under the rug?
Yes.
But Kate almost died. Sam is losing his mind. He's reverting back to his psychosis that he had in season 1. Marie is on the quest to try to find her sister, but also try to master her powers. And I will say, and I know we're jumping around from episode to episode, but the scene that she had with her Aunt Pam, where
Don't
she
call her that.
don't call her that.
She said, "Don't call her that."
But when she found out that her sister had been there after she had already told her that she had no idea where her sister was, and the argument that they had,
It was so real.
it was so real. It was
Mm.
so just like a punch in the chest. And it's like, you have these common tropes when it comes to TV shows where you're exiting the scene and you have to say something that's like either going to dig at the person because you were mad at them, or you have to say something that's going to make the person feel remorseful and stuff like that. And to watch Marie say, to look back at Pam and just like, if you see her, tell her, and then stops and then just walks out. And it's like, that's real. Because it's
Mm.
like, as much as I love my sister and I want you to deliver a message to her, I am so pissed off at you right now. I don't care if you see her. I don't want you to deliver a message. I will still go back and try to find her on my own than
Mm.
rather than come back here to try to, come to an agreement with you so you can tell me where she is. And the thing that I hate though is that right after that scene, they went
Uh-huh.
into something that was just like completely goofy and just like wacky. I don't even remember what they went into, but I remember it was such a
Yeah.
tone
We
shift.
gotta we gotta take you back. Gotta take you
I
out of
feel
there.
like there should have been
Knee jerk reactions,
some type
baby.
of buffer in between the two
Nah,
scenes.
nah. This the boys. You like it raw and uncut. You know how you like it with the boys universe. It's out there, Spider. Out there for everyone to see.
It is. And God.
What's wrong?
I
What's
just
the,
remember
it is.
when Sam and Jordan were fighting and they bust
Uh-huh.
through the wall and the guy is in this room on all fours, and
Oh,
I my initial
yeah.
my initial thought
I
was
had put
that
that out of my mind until this very moment right now.
because we had already seen this guy in episode 2, I think, or it might have been episode 1 when
Somebody went into somebody and popped it off, right? Isn't that the
no
guy
no
that's
that's different guy. But
okay?
but in, I think it was episode 1 when they get back into school, they're talking about the fraternity and everything, and we see
Yes.
that the Deep was the chapter president for like 6 years. Um,
Horrible.
but they're at the frat party, and this guy is chugging beer up his ass. He's like
Yes.
actively sucking the beer out of a keg to the point to where the
Yes.
keg collapses.
Yes.
And so we revisit
Not a
him.
party trick that I would want in my arsenal at all.
Well, I mean,
Just by the way.
you don't,
No,
we learned in Diabolical that you don't get to pick your abilities.
you sure don't. That's why I
You
don't
get
even
what you
want to
get,
participate.
and
Yeah.
you gotta
You
make it
could be
work
a
for you.
You could be a Mexican
Puddle of
pool of
water.
water.
Just for whatever reason. um but yeah, so Jordan and Sam break through the wall and he's on all fours, completely naked, sweating, and my thought was that he was having sex with another guy and they just happened to be invisible. because we do know that people can turn invisible on
Yes,
campus.
there's an invisible guy on campus.
Yeah. I think he was like
I
an RA or something because I remember season one he was like helping them out, and people had concerns because clearly if you're invisible, you can see his glasses, you can see his hat, so that means that
yeah,
you're naked, just all the time.
yes.
But yeah, he had a guy fully up his
I knew
ass.
what was happening when he was on all fours. I
Oh,
knew
okay, I
because
didn't.
again, I well, you seen it with the other side. The guy shrunk down and then he was in the tube and then he popped out
Yeah,
without that's the boys universe. But I didn't think we were gonna see it. I didn't think that I was gonna get the
I
visual.
wasn't expecting the head to pop out.
But yeah, I didn't think full size head. I was thinking shrink down
Yeah,
like we did before. Nope, grown
and then
man,
just nonchalant, like, dude, somebody broke through
nonchalantly,
your wall.
and just to look out and confirm it. Yeah, yeah, look at that. Like,
But my thing is, how did he know? Like, could he hear inside? Whereas the guy outside couldn't.
Spider, I refuse to invest any more brain cells on this at
All
all.
right, let's
I
talk about
I
something else.
promise I don't care.
Talk about another part of the show. But no,
It's the boys universe.
what'd you think
I
about the first
know.
three episodes?
Okay, so we're back. And I like how to recap, right? So, a lot of things was happening. And like you said, with respect to everything that happened off screen, I think they did handle it very well. Um, Respectfully, even.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't tiptoe around it. They made it a point to let it be known that it did happen, and they give an adamant reason why it happened, and they made Marie the bad guy. Because again, I really think we're looking at the origin story of villains. There's no way Kate's not coming for asses. We'll get to
Very
that in a
true.
second, but we get the reintroduction of Marie and everything that's going on. Well, she's on a run, and we get Jordan back, and look, everybody's back, and we're dealing with the aftermath of what's going on. You don't really know who to trust because if Kate got him out, but then Kate didn't get him out, we know that's the dean.
Mm-hmm.
The dean has been around for all of Marie's life, and
Apparently.
very well knows who Marie is and
And
what
her
she can
abilities.
do,
Right.
but not too much though, because he definitely is trying to provoke her to push herself beyond what she knows she's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
He even has her questioning herself when he asks, "Why are you cutting yourself?"
Right.
Which we know that she can pull blood out of other people from last season.
Right.
So it is interesting to know why she's going back to cutting herself versus just pulling blood out
Because I think
from.
it's, and we talk about tropes in movies and TV shows, but I think it's that whole thing of and really what Cypher is trying to get them to realize or understand is that you have all of these levels to your
Abilities.
abilities,
Yes.
and you think that, oh, just because, like he said, what he said, how he talked to Jordan, how do you change other than, oh, I just clench my butt really tight and then it happens? Like, how, like, what
I
happens
thought
in
that
your
was funny.
body? Yeah, it's like what happens in your body that allows you to do these things. And he's trying to get them to understand, like, you can surpass where you are. You don't have to stay at the level of your ability where you are. And the common trope we see a lot in Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yes.
Gohan couldn't
Ah!
realize his full potential unless he was under an immense amount of stress. He was scared for his father's life, or he was scared for Piccolo's life, and that's when he realized, and that's when he leveled up, right?
Yeah, he ain't
And
really had the same type of reaction for his own kids, though. I just don't understand. He's a horrible father. I just want to put that out there. All y'all looking up to Goku. He is a horrible dad. I say what I said.
but he but so Cypher is telling Marie this, like, why do you cut yourself? Because like you said, we saw her basically explode Kate's arm, but she did that because she was desperate. She was under a huge amount of stress with everything that was going on campus at the end of season one, and you don't realize
Well,
that
You
until
got to keep
you
in
put
mind though,
yourself
Spider.
into that
Can't
situation.
touch a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Can't touch too much stuff. Like stop touching people's stuff, and you don't have your hand
Stop
blown
touching
off.
people. That's what the
So,
problem is.
well,
Stop touching people.
yay. Stop touching people. You don't. Yeah, keep your hands to yourself.
Right.
That's the
That's a takeaway.
takeaway.
That's a takeaway. Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to
Keep
yourself.
keep your
Don't
hands to
have.
yourself, and then you will keep your hands.
There it is, right there. Got a little warning on the end of it for you. A little caution, little warning. A little bit of A, little bit of B.
And
But
even to the the point of how we felt about Kate at the end of season 1, how we felt about Kate and Sam, it's like we see that they are not in control of the things that they do. Like it made it seem like they had this now power, like they were at the top of the food chain. They were number
right.
one and number two, and for a minute they were number one and number two. But
Yeah.
after the end of the
Oh.
boys season, what was it, season 4 that we just finished with
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
boys,
Because they're
we
about to hit
saw
season 5
we
on the
saw
final
Kate and
season.
Sam. They were rounding up the boys. They caught Huey, and no, they didn't catch Huey in Starfire. They caught Frenchie and Kimiko.
Yeah, everybody
And
got caught.
yeah,
So,
because they even said
okay.
it. They even said that Sam was talking about how he remembers seeing, because he's like, I ripped that woman away from her boyfriend, and stuff like that. So he remembers it, and that's why he wanted
Mm-hmm.
her to take the memories away. And she did what she always does, and she's like, nothing matters, you don't care, and you're just numb to everything. And it isn't until she can't use her powers anymore to where now he's starting to unravel and has a
Mm.
tuna sandwich throw up because he's so sick of
They
Sam.
are so they are so talented. Because
They
I never
are.
thought I would see a tuna sandwich throw up, and if I did, it would look exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a tuna sandwich throwing up. And I was like, oh,
So that's what a tuna sandwich
and
throwing up
and
looks
it
like.
and it's a puppet.
And it's a puppet.
That's incredible,
And
dude.
dude, I love it because it's like we get the scene with Jordan and Sam, and they're watching Avenue V, and they're having this heart to heart moment about how you know Jordan was best friends with Sam's brother, right? And
Yes.
Sam wasn't able to really live out being in like the same house with his brother or anything like
No,
that
he
because
was
they had him
tortured.
locked up. So they're
Yeah.
sharing this moment of memories about him, and you see how, because we saw with Emma in season 1 about how when she saw Sam as who he was as a person, how they were
Yes.
able to connect in a relationship, how Sam was able to sort of
Are we
kind
thinking
of,
Sam and Jordan?
what do you mean?
Sam,
As you talking about like as in a
Jordan.
relationship?
Yeah.
No, because Jordan is wholeheartedly with Marie,
Okay.
but they just have like a friendship.
Connection.
Yeah, just
Bond.
a common bond over the loss of Sam's brother.
Got it.
And because I don't think that,
Friends without benefits. Got
but I don't
it.
think Jordan was ever able really to fully grieve, because by the time he flew up in the sky and blew himself up, well, he like kind of
Crazy.
went mad because he found out that Sam was still alive after Kate had been suppressing his memories of Sam for
Yeah.
so long,
Yeah.
and to
You
have
would think
all of
she
that
would
coming
stop doing
back,
that.
you think she
Yeah.
would, but
You
no.
think she'd keep her hands to herself.
But after all of that happened, like everything started spiraling. So Jordan never really had a moment to just kind of stop and be like, shit, and process that. And then with the death of Andre,
Yeah.
Jordan was so mad at Marie to
Yeah.
they finally got to come to terms with like, Marie was like, well, I should have came back for you guys, and I didn't. And Jordan's like, I found it easier to be mad at you than to accept that Andre's gone. And even Marie told
Which
Jordan, is like, even if I would have come back, or even you're blaming yourself saying that you should have stopped them, Do you think you really could have stopped Andre if you wanted to? No, Andre was going to do what Andre was going to do. And when they find out that he already knew that he had, the medical condition, and he knew what he was trying to do was potentially going to kill him, but if that meant that his friends would be able to go free, then, he was going to do
It
it
was
anyway.
worth it.
Right.
Yes, he died a hero. He died a
But
hero.
yeah,
Able
but
to pay
it's
honor and
just
respect.
being able to see, we as an audience get to see that playing to Sam's humanity, like not treating him as a weapon, not treating him as, because that's really what Kate was doing. Like, I'm going to turn off your emotions so you can be a cold, unfeeling machine to do what Vought needs you
Yes.
to do. But when
Yes.
you see when people are compassionate to him and they're willing to sit and understand who Sam is, the visions
Yes.
go away, the voices go away, and he's able to actually be able to be present at that time. Now they were getting
This is
high
also
too, so I
true.
know that probably has something to do with it.
Hey
But
man, there's medical and recreational.
right.
Both of those are okay in certain states.
Yes.
In only those states until other states join or
Right.
not. There you go. Sometimes and only those times.
But no, there's of course so much action. We get a cameo. We get a lot of
I
cameos
saw that, right?
from the
The
boys
boys,
characters.
right? The deep,
We get
Starlight.
we get the Deep, we get Starlight, we get, what was her name, Firecracker, I guess, that was doing the news report.
Yes, yes, and that's not all because I think Sister Sage is supposed to be
Yeah, Sister
popping in
Sage is
there
going to be
too.
popping in. I think we might get a Homelander cameo. I know we got one in
That's
season one.
scary. That's scary.
If
No,
Homelander shows up, we're in
I
trouble.
just, I just don't need that to happen. So here's the thing. Let's talk about this real fast, brother,
Hmm.
because there's no secret that season 5 of The Boys is the final season,
Yes.
whilst Gen V is on season 2.
And I think they've been greenlit for season 3.
What are we seeing here? Because let's be honest. I don't think ever in history have we seen something like this play out where we have a spinoff be roped into the main story,
Hmm.
and then the main storyline ends with the spinoff being the. I don't think we ever seen this in television history.
No, because normally your spin-offs, you'll have a few final episodes of your main show, and then you have a character go off to do something else,
There
then
was
they
like
show up again in the spin-off.
Cheers
Yeah,
had the character of
Frasier.
Frasier. When
Right.
Cheers in, the spinoff was Frasier.
Right.
Went on to do incredible things. Shout out to Kelsey Grammer and Green Light and Girlfriends. That's all I'm saying. Tracy Ellis Ross. Hello, Tracy Ellis Ross. All right. Um, but this is not. This is new. This is
Yeah.
this is. Shout out the
And I mean,
goddamn people
it
from
really just kind of depends on how many more seasons we get of Gen V, because you can end the boys at season 5, and
well, they're
then
going to.
right, well, yeah, but what I'm saying is you end the boys at season 5, and then to wrap up the story of the boys universe in Gen V at season 3, because, and that's the thing about when you have a show that takes place in a school setting and you're following the students are not going to be at the school forever, right? So at some point they leave the school and they go on to different things, and they're not Gen V anymore, they're something else.
Well, two things I want to say while you're saying that.
Hmm.
One, I think they're developing something of a prequel with more Soldier Boy.
Yes, they are.
So that's also in the same universe. That's going to be insane.
Hmm.
And I'm here for it. And then at the same time, yes, you could spin off of your spin off if your characters are strong enough, but
Hmm.
they have so much more story that they could tell because they have already established a universe. Make no difference. Hey, Stan Edgar can show up again. He was never killed. And when he showed up last season, when it was a very anytime you can have Carlos Esposito show up on your set is a good day. Okay, let the man come and work. Let him work.
Yeah.
He in everything. He's in everything
They're
as he
also going to be
should be.
doing the Boys Mexico.
What does that even mean?
I, I don't know. It's the boys, but in Mexico. That's it, I guess. I don't know.
Amigos, niño, niños,
Los Niños?
los niños.
No idea.
Los niños. Oh, so I'm thinking Homelander's gonna have to die. Predictions are right here. I'm throwing it out there.
I
Homelander's got
think
to be
so. I
taken
feel
out, and
like
I
that's
think
the
it's gonna
only
be
way
Ryan
you
that does it.
can, in yes, because it has to be some sort of like poetic justice. That's the only way that you can rightfully, I feel, end the boys as a series. Because as long as Homelander is still around, and honestly, you know what? With it being the boys, I would not be surprised if they allow Homelander to live and continue his reign of villainy over the entire world. And
What?
that's
What? Are
the
you,
way
what?
that
Are
the
you,
season
what?
ends.
What are you talking about? That's diabolical. What are you talking about?
Why not?
Why would they end it like that?
When has Homelander ever had to answer for the things that he's done?
Never. He
And
has
all
never.
he's
He's
been
let people
doing
die, and he's
as
been killing people since.
and all he's been doing as the show has been going on, as Gen V has been going on, is getting more and more power.
Yes, he has to die. He has to be
I
taken
agree
out.
that he
Butcher
needs
wanted to
to,
do it. He's not going to
but
do it.
I don't know if
Ryan's
he
going to do it.
will. I feel he would, because I feel like Eric Kripke and all of the writers over at The Boys and Gen V, they love taking our expectations of what we expect to happen because this is a quote unquote superhero show. We know
Yeah.
based off of Marvel and DC and Dark Horse and all these other comic books that everyone's been reading since the 40s, 50s, 60s, how superheroes are quote unquote supposed to act. And The
What do you mean?
Boys is the antithesis of all of that. And
Yes.
so when we feel that in order for this story to be wrapped up nice with a pretty pink bow on top of it, that Homelander has to die and the poetic justice of his son, who he's been trying to groom this whole time, be the one who does it. Why not let's flip everything on his head, fuck all of the heroes, heroes lose. The end of the story, at the end of the day, the heroes, the people you've been cheering for and rooting for this whole time, they lose. And Homelander wins. At the end of the day, it's Homelander who's now the president of the United States. He's now the president of the world because there's no one who can come and oppose him.
That is horrible. And I know who can oppose him, okay?
And who's that? Ryan?
No, the good dairy farm people of America. the good the good dairy farm people of America's fighter that's gonna
they'll be the
come
first
in with that
they'll be the first to
goddamn
sign him on as a
milk.
sponsor.
Oh, they just oh yeah, well we cooked then. Yeah. We cooked.
Because
That was my last shot.
if you look at what's happening in Gen V versus what's happening in the world today and how these mega corporations are worried more about protecting their bottom line
Spider, why
than
you keep bringing real world facts into this show
into
about
this fictional
superheroes?
show
Yeah,
because
this art
they're
don't have to reflect life.
well,
This is
it
just
doesn't have to, but it certainly is. Down to the red hats.
written by the artists themselves. This is not Starlight versus Homelander. This is
Starlight doesn't stand a chance by herself.
well, she's on the run,
She is on a run.
and I don't know what she's gonna do because it's not looking right for her.
No, but we'll find
Been
out
a
in
long.
season 5.
You know what's horrible about this?
What's up?
Like she really grew up wanting to be a part of the Seven,
Mm-hmm.
and then got there, and it was just been horrible ever since.
From day one.
this is the writers that we cheer for.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give that drama, and it has to make sense. It's like I can understand how she wants to take them all. It's like they're all horrible. They're horrible.
Yeah.
The only halfway kind of decent person was Maeve, and
And
then they
she's
had to fake
dead
her
now?
death. Well, she's dead now. You had to fake her death.
Yeah.
So maybe she went back to Venice, Scare.
No, didn't they fake her death and then they brought her back and then they killed her again?
No, she's alive. She came back and left again. Hey, if you guys remember, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Because if you're watching this long, god dang on, you're invested.
Because I think that was that was in season 3, right?
Yeah, she came back and then she left again immediately thereafter.
But didn't she tackle somebody out of a window?
Yes, and home I think she tackled somebody out of the window and they blew up, but she survived because she's made and
Gotcha.
she went to live with her wife.
Okay.
With minor injuries. And then she showed up again and left quickly thereafter.
Gotcha. See, I forgot that part.
I could have been incapacitated when I saw that. Don't trust my judgment.
But let us know in the comments if we got any of that wrong.
Let us know in the comments because I could be absolutely wrong. Possibly. Sometimes.
Only when those times.
Sometimes. Only in those times when I'm wrong that I'm wrong. Other times are not those times.
But also we get Emma, who has sort of gotten more to do in this season because she's leading this whole like investigation into Project Odessa and trying to figure out what's going on. You know, Jordan came back and was like, well, Jordan was like, we don't need to be here. Like clearly they labeled us as fugitives once before. We step out of line one time, we'll be right back in jail. And so Jordan's like, we should run.
That's the safest place to be. Like they're really hammering that home. This is the safest place for us to be. But if you're exonerated, how is it the safest place for you to be? If you're exonerated, you should be able to go.
But because they want them in the school for whatever reason. Well, we know why they want Marie.
The new professor.
Yeah.
X. Clearly, because he's Magneto in the school.
Okay.
Because he's gearing them up for war.
Yes.
He is rallying up the troops. Like, this is no longer about school. This is about learning how to master your abilities because the war is coming. If not, we're taking the war to them.
Because like he said, they pinned Kate's attack on that one guy that Marie saved because he was, sympathetic to Starlight. And Cypher is like, we saw what happened with this one human who attacked a superhero. Now, granted, Kate doesn't have super strength. Kate doesn't have any other abilities other than if she touches a person, she can manipulate them to do what she wants to do. And if she can't touch them, then she's pretty much defenseless. Yeah. But Cypher puts it in a way to where, if one human can do this, imagine what they can do if they all band together. So clearly you all have to be stronger to be able to prepare for the human uprising.
Crazy, because
there is no human uprising.
There is no. So you priming for a war that you're going to start.
Exactly.
I keep going back to the animals, right, on the farm. Stan Edgar when the animals are hyped up on Gen V, on Compound V. That's frightening as hell.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer at the top of the food chain. Like, these sheep are flying and they can bite you, and there's just crazy. In a situation with all these super enhanced humans, we don't stand a chance.
No, we don't. And I mean, it'll probably end up being a Civil War type event where you have other soups that are going to be on Starlight's side and going up against Homelander. I don't know who all they'll be able to get because I don't know if there's that many soups that want to
I
stand up
don't
against
know.
Homelander.
Yeah, because
I
we
think
haven't
as of right
explored
now,
those options at
they
all.
have they have
The
it's
boys.
Starlight and they have Kimiko.
Uh, well,
I don't
Kimiko is
think
gonna die,
because well, she
and
can die.
well, she can't die, but wasn't her powers kind of
No, she got him back.
okay? You trust that?
I mean, I don't
I,
trust that
I'm,
to
I'm,
be the thing that's going
I'm
to
just,
save them.
but she go die though.
She will die, yes.
So here's the thing: if you okay, so if you die, you dead for a little bit. So you out to fight, like
Mm-hmm.
you coming back after the fight over, like did we get him? Like you was no
She
help.
not gonna have
You,
nobody to ask.
everybody else dead.
Yeah,
Like you come back and you're like, well, I guess we lost. I
right.
guess yeah. Starlight, run. Just don't even run. Just go ahead and get into a light bulb and
But
just stand there, light up the
Butcher has
lighthouse.
the virus.
Yeah, that's not.
That's the only. That's the
That's
only
the
thing that'll
Hail
save him.
Mary. That's it.
That's
That's
the
the Hail Mary.
MacGuffin. That's
The
the Deus
MacGuffin.
Ex Machina. That's the
He's
saving grace.
insane right
He
now,
is insane.
and he has a parasite inside of him.
Yes.
That's what we're banking it on.
Yep.
I'd rather put my money back on Ryan. I don't know. Nah. There's too many. He's seeing Lenny, and it's like, no, I'm good. But I will say it's interesting how the dean is trying to really get geared up for their war, and
Yeah.
it's interesting how they brought him in, and they making it a point to let you know nobody knows his power set. We
Nobody
don't know
knows
what,
his past. They
and
know that he has. Well, now Marie knows that he was part of Project Odessa, but other than that, they don't know where he came from. Like you said, they don't know what his power set is. He
what the
stabbed
fuck is
himself in the
Project
hand,
Odessa
and the thing
in the
about it
trailer?
is,
Right.
he's come. They portray him as very cold and very calculating. When he
Very.
held Kate's hand in the blender and didn't flinch, didn't move, and was just like, I will blend your hand up and not think twice about it and probably be pissed off because you ruined my lunch. Because he took her
I
hand
think
out. He
he
was
would have.
like, if you'll excuse me, this is my only free time.
I think he would have still drunk it with a bloody
Oh,
hand in it.
100%.
I don't think this dude is normal at all.
No,
Like,
absolutely not.
and that's frightening within itself. I love the way he's playing the character. This because it's like, dude, you're terrifying.
Yes,
Like in a
he
very
made it very clear, like,
pushing way.
I don't care about your well-being if you outlive your usefulness to me. Because
Oh yes,
because
that's
when they were
definitely coming
in the
across.
class where he's trying to get them to realize their powers, the one dude's spine got crushed, like he was a crumpled heap on the floor, and Jordan was like, his spine is crushed. Cypher looks at him, he'll heal. Dude was a mess.
Probably, maybe,
His
potentially.
spine was like that. Dude was bent the wrong way.
Like I don't even know what made you think this dude was about to not swing that fucking hammer. Like I didn't need him to have that invitation about who want to dethrone my hand. You don't turn your back to a man like that. You
No.
look at him in his eyes and say, "You're not about to do nothing around here, bro." As soon as he turned his back, it was annihilation to his spine. His spine was annihilated. That's the different type of big break in the back. Listen, if we got to hit that buzzer, dude, there's a lot of us. There's one of you. Only one of us got to hit it. There
Right.
should have been some strategy talking. This is how the Teen Titans work. Clearly, y'all in the wrong universe. Y'all, y'all should have been working that shit out. It's training. It's training. He's getting these kids ready for war.
Yeah. And then
Against who?
probably the other students, really.
Like
But
who?
we get to
But I'm saying,
see.
how are you gonna fabricate like a human attack? But you did it with the situation with Kate.
Mhm.
But here's the thing: he knows the truth,
Yeah.
and it seemed like he knew the truth before
From the
he knew the
beginning.
truth.
Yeah.
Right. and he when he made that sly comment like there's not much that I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
or there's not anything that I don't know. I feel like is he a telepath? Is he reading minds? Or this is frightening because again, we don't know what he's able to do. We don't
Yeah.
if it's like you seen how we did it in a trailer breakdown or reaction. He stabbed his hand. There's no blood that came out of his hand. How are you even? Are you an android? Are
Possibly.
you
That could be that could be a theory as to why he was able to be there for Marie's birth and it doesn't look like he aged at all.
at all? Well, you know, here at All Things Super, we be cracking codes and deciphering things all the time. It's just what we do.
But no, but
So
I,
if
I I love the
you
way
need
that
to hit that like and follow and
he's
subscribe and
portraying the
stuff,
character, and let me get
killing it.
the actor's name. Um but the like the conversation that he had with Polarity. Hamish Linklater is the guy's name.
Is that
Um
Jewish?
I
Greek?
I don't know.
It's a
I
last name
cannot
though.
say for certain yes or no, and I don't want to say yes and then offend people. So
Oh,
I
well, I
have
don't
no
want to
clue.
offend anybody. It's definitely a last name.
But yeah, the conversation he's having with Polarity, he was like, well, what made you decide to,
Oh,
apply for the job? And he was like, oh, well, just sitting around at home, just wanted to get back to the school, to my alma mater and everything. And then Cypher just
right.
kind of looks at him like, hmm. And it just takes out the key and give it to him. He's like, yeah,
Right.
you're lying. I know you're lying, but I have no reason to call you out on a lie. So obviously you're here for some other reason. But until
That's time
you
has
cross my
shown.
path, I have no reason to be concerned with you.
And it's a confidence level like it when you do cross my path, I will deal with you swiftly.
Yes.
And that's frightening because he's not intimidating in the regards of menacing,
Right.
but
Like
yet and still threatening.
he's not like this hulking mass of a person who can physically intimidate you with his size and his stature, but clearly he knows something and he knows that he's in control and nobody's going to take that from him.
I'm thinking telepath. What you think?
I like the android. I like the android theory.
But how does he know everything then? Unless he's tapping into cameras.
I think I think because we saw with what was his name? Tech Nine, I
Yeah,
think. Tech
no
Knight. Tech Knight.
night.
He was able to he was a good investigator because he had the ability to be able to read a person's like micro movements,
Yes.
and like he could see the sweat forming on the person's brow, or he could like
Yes.
hear their heartbeat
Yes.
escalate or quicken if they were telling a lie, or stuff like that. So he was be able to he had a power of super deduction. um and so I think a telepath after that might be just kind of, I don't, I don't want to say a lackluster power, but I feel
Mm.
like it's something like we already had somebody who had super deduction, so a telepath might be like a easy way out or a cop out. But I think
Mm.
an android is something that we haven't seen before because we've been dealing with super powered people, like
So who created the
humans
android?
who
You think
Godolkin.
Godolkin?
Yeah.
Is it a reincarnation of Godolkin?
No, I don't think it's a reincarnation of
You
Godolkin, but
don't
I
think it's
think
his
it's
brain inside of the android?
no. Well, no, because I don't think that he has the same objectives that Godolkin had,
I don't know.
or he
They
could be,
said
depending
Godolkin
on.
was trying to figure out how soups work.
Yeah,
And his mission is clearly to try to have those kids figure out how their powers work
and
outside of cutting them open
there is
and
that
doing weird
room
things.
with all of the Nazi memorabilia in the archives.
Could be his.
And why would they preserve all of that if you didn't have a version of Godolkin still around? But if that is the consciousness or reincarnation of Godolkin, where was he last season? Like, what was he doing to where, because he wasn't working at I forget what they called the project where they were trying to create. Well, of course, he wouldn't be working to create the virus because he's trying to understand Soups,
No,
not necessarily kill him. That was the old Dean that was trying to do that.
the
But
woods.
I feel like, yeah, in the woods. I feel like if he was, or if he is Godolkin, I feel like he would know about that. Because if he knows everything, he would have known about that, and he wouldn't sit
Who's to
by
say he
while they're
didn't?
creating. Well, why would he
A
sit by while they're
virus?
creating a virus that's going to kill Soups?
Maybe he have calculations that it wouldn't work. It's interesting though.
I mean,
The
I don't
memorabilia
know.
for one. I mean, if he has a picture with Stormfront, that just lets you know.
Well,
I
Stormfront
mean,
was his wife, wasn't it? Did Stormfront marry Godolkin, or did Stormfront marry the German guy?
I don't remember. But here's the thing: as much as people freaked out by this Nazi memorabilia, you gotta understand the Nazis were trying to create a super soldier.
Oh, she was
Like
married to
this is
Vought. That's what it was.
this is not a situation that is not based out of just fantasy. Like
No.
the real scientists tried to develop, if not have still developed, an injection or a set of injections to give soldiers to give them enhance or heighten abilities. That's
Mm-hmm.
why then they make all these conspiracies like Jason Bourne and Aaron Bourne. It's like it's not unbelievable. They just want a soldier at their peak performance. Their life depends on it.
Right.
And if you can tell me I could take this pill and I'm 10 times smarter in a situation because it causes me to focus more, but now the war is over and this stuff's on the street. And I just know a guy that knows a guy. We about to be up all night getting the answers to these tests. What? Running me my back. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But it's interesting how everything is building up because clearly, Spider, again, season five, The Boys is ending. But Gen Z is on season two, and there's a lot building up.
Yeah.
And you can see that there is a crossover between the two. What's the likelihood that we see certain characters continue on in the Gen V universe?
I mean, I feel like there's a high likelihood, depending on what happens in season 5.
Mm, I think we're gonna have characters that either die or
Oh,
carry
100% we're
on.
going to have characters that die.
Well, it's gonna be some of your favorite characters, though, Spider.
Yes, 1,000%. You
Okay, well,
can't
let's
have
get the
you can't have the
Deadpool going.
boys.
Let's get it going right now. Who's dying? The D? Or is he gonna survive?
I don't know. I feel like that's a conversation that we will need to have like right before season 5 comes out. Like if
Mm.
we do once season 5 trailer drops, then we do the trailer reaction. We can have that discussion because I feel like
Ooh.
until we know exactly what's happening in Gen V, I don't think we can even. I mean, we can theorize where we think season 5 is going to go, but there's so many twists and turns that can happen in season 2 of Gen V that changes the trajectory of where season 5 of The Boys is going to go.
Will he
Because
survive?
with Project Odessa, we know that Emma was able to uncover the birth certificates of the babies or the parents that were trying to conceive.
Yeah,
Was Marie injected with a Gen V after she was born, or was she injected while her mother was still pregnant with her? Because we already saw that they had injected children to have them
yes,
grow up with abilities. Maybe
yes.
Project Odessa was trying to do it while they were in utero, and so it affects
That's what happened with Blade.
so we don't know. But we saw that she found birth certificates that of babies who died in the process. But we don't know if Project Odessa was the only type of project of this kind, or there was something special about Project Odessa where they were trying to accomplish a specific thing. And if she found those birth certificates, who's to say that there aren't more? Who's to say that there aren't more survivors of other experiments?
They
And
very much well are. And we've seen in the boys' universe, it's was it Cindy? Is it Cynthia? Cindy still at large.
Oh, out of
Let a
Red
head
River, out of
popper.
the Red River Institute.
Yes. May you run in freedom, my girl. Live your
never to
free
never
days.
to be seen again.
Never to be seen again.
Living her
She looked
life.
on and living her life.
Dude, she popped a
Pop ahead.
head and went about her way.
They know not to mess with her. But I'm saying is there's other experiments that survive, and in that universe, they could be anywhere and anybody.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes the chaos in that universe. They could introduce anybody at any given point in time and flushed out the world so much that you can give them a backstory.
Yeah.
This is the boys. It's crazy how they're gonna end the boys season 5 and have these other shows going on in the same universe. I don't think this has ever been done. I would
No, but
challenge you guys
but
to let us know who's done something like
I
this.
feel like it's good in the sense to you don't overstay your welcome because
Yeah.
you had something that you want to say, you had a story that you want to tell, and rather than because the show's doing well, like okay, well as long as it's making money, we'll keep cranking out these episodes.
It's doing incredibly well.
Yeah, but I feel
Not
like
just well.
but being able to know when enough is enough and you've concluded the story that you want to tell, it's great because I know the fans will disagree, but I think that you have to be able to know when your show has run its course because you start to try to increase the longevity of it just because you know it's making money. That's when you get, you know, lazy stories, things that we've already seen before. You're not being new, you're not being innovative, you are rehashing old stuff, you end up with plot holes, and then when the viewership starts to wane and die down, then you're left with a season that ends like you're on season 7 or season 8,
Abruptly.
and then it ends on a cliffhanger and we get no resolution to it because oh well then they got canceled in between seasons.
Don't do the
So
fans
have a
like
definitive
that.
ending, say okay we're going to season 5, we're going to wrap the story up and then we'll be done. And like you said, it's not to say that these characters won't come back, but the story of the boys is going to be finished. So we might see them in Gen V. We might see them in The Boys Mexico. We might see them, you know, they might have a whole new show that comes out, you know, in however many years with some of the old characters making cameo appearances and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it's
I don't
telling a
think it's
new
gonna be
story.
more than a cameo because, like you said,
Yeah,
these actors they don't want to be typecast into these roles. They want to go off and do other things. I
right.
mean,
And then the thing
they've
about
made
it
a name
is,
for themselves.
you think about the 7 or it's what 4 of them, 5 of
Like
them now, because you got Homelander, you got the Deep, you got Black Noir, you got A
the new Black
Train.
Noir.
Is A
No,
Train
A
still
Train.
in,
No,
or they
no,
kick
A
A Train
Train.
out?
No, he didn't get kicked out. He defected.
Yes, because he
Yes,
wanted to mend his relationship with his brother, right?
yes,
So A Train's out. So you have Firecracker and Sister Sage. So you have 5.
yes. The Furious 5
And then out of those 5, I don't know what Firecracker's powers are.
should has firecracker powers like Jubilee. What do you mean?
Oh, right.
It's so
I
on the
blocked that out. And
nose.
it's just
Yeah.
that
That's why we
only
was
goes
trying to
so
wonder
far.
how in the hell she made the 7. But remember, she
That'll
had the media following,
right.
so they brought her in because of the media following.
Yeah. You have Sister Sage, hyper intelligence. You have Black
Yeah, that
Noir.
and that right there is. Hold on, we can't
Mm-hmm.
just slide past that one.
Well, I'm
Slide like
just
you're living in her plan right now,
yeah.
which she could double back and show you it was all a part of her plan,
Right.
all of it. That's diabolical.
But what I'm saying is that for the majority of the heroes in the 5, I would say outside of Homelander and Sister Sage, the other 3 are, for lack of a better term, expendable. Like we could
Whoa,
lose
whoa,
those
whoa, whoa,
3.
whoa,
We
whoa,
could
whoa,
lose
whoa.
those 3 and the power dynamic of the 5 or the 7 would not shift. What do you think
Black
the Deep is
Noir
going to
could fly
contribute?
now. Black Noir
And
could fly.
and what has he done?
Oh, nothing. I'm just letting you know he could fly.
Black Noir has been
The
in
old
an
Black Noir could throw some knives
yeah,
and cut
but
things, and he was like a ninja.
Black Noir has been an enforcer at best, and then that's it.
Not the new one. The new one can't
He's
seem
an
to get it together.
he's a narcoleptic. He's just gonna fall asleep.
That's horrible. Yeah. Other than that, no, I don't think the Deep's gonna do anything. I
Yeah.
mean, you step on the shrimp, he's
And
gonna get all
Firecracker almost
emotional.
got her ass beat by Starlight. So
Easy, easy win. She didn't even have to try. I don't even think she used her powers. It's just a good old fashioned ass whooping. You don't see those too much in superhero
no, you
movies.
you don't see a good old
You
fashioned fist
see
fight.
laser beams and all this shit. Just a good old fashioned. Let's catch these hands, bitch.
But yeah, but like I said, outside of Homelander and Sister Sage, those are your two powerhouses. So if you find a way to effectively get rid of them, then yeah, maybe you have a chance.
Wait. Time out, Spider.
Hmm.
Sister Sage is one of the smartest people on the planet. I'll give
Yes.
you that. Which, other than that, she has no
No. And
defenses.
so
Like,
when
you
I
could
say
really walk up to her and slap her.
yeah, they could. But when I say
She might
powerhouse,
take it intelligently.
it means that she is her intelligence is so superior is that she can know 3 weeks away if someone is going to walk up and try to slap her in the face, and she can just avoid that situation.
She should have talked to Chris Rock. You would have.
Look, across the
You would
universes,
have. You would
it
have
don't apply.
called.
Don't
Would have
apply.
called in.
You're like,
I
hey,
can't do it.
don't. Not even,
I can't.
don't do the show. Just hey, don't tell that joke. Don't
Don't
tell
tell that
just
joke.
that joke.
Just
Don't
don't
tell
tell
that
that
one.
joke.
Just don't. Just skip over that one.
Keep it right back in the host. Put it right back in
But
the host.
that's what I mean when I say she's a powerhouse. Like she has an ability that cannot be surpassed by many. She has a level of intelligence to where if she, like you said, everything that is happening right now has been according to her plan up until Homelander started deviating from it. But she's so smart that she can adjust on the fly. She knew Victoria Newman was trying to, do underhanded stuff to get the virus. She knew about Starlight. She knew about Huey. She knew about Butcher. She knew he was sick. Like she knows everything that's going on. But once,
And it's fun for her.
yeah, she because when you are as smart as that, things don't excite you anymore. That's why she had to lobotomize herself just to be able to enjoy
Horrible.
trash TV and junk food,
Horrible.
burdened by her own intelligence.
And self-healing.
Yeah,
So even if you even you know what?
because
Leave her
didn't she get
alone.
shot in the head?
Listen, if she's angry with you because you tried to kill her and she's self-healing, I don't even want to think about the ways that she will torture you when she invokes her
And
revenge.
and won't even have to be like in your general vicinity. She
No,
could set off a series of events that will kill your entire family and you won't even know she had
you
anything
have
to
no
do with it.
idea. You have no idea until she walked from out the shadows. Hi, remember me? Like I knew it was you, bitch. I knew. I didn't know how. I knew it was you. I knew it had to be you.
I don't know how you
Slush.
put orange juice in my toothpaste tube, but god damn it, I knew it was
Yeah,
you.
I knew it was you. And it was frozen. Like not even all the way hard. Like just slushy. Like I knew it was you. You gave yourself away. Hmm. She
But
is
yeah, but
dangerous.
I think it really depends on what happens in Gen V.
Wait. Hold on, because we still got Starlight and
Huey,
you right. You got Huey and
Mother's Milk.
no Ashley. We got Ashley.
What is she gonna do?
Tell
Tell who?
whoever survived. Which probably won't be many people. Dude, everybody know in the creation of the boys, Homelander was the powder keg. Like this dude is insane, and nobody can stop him. And once he blows, it's over.
Right.
And I don't think he not go blow. Like he go blow. But the good
Well,
part about it is we'll be able to see these other characters live on through Gen V. I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know if he go take over. I think they go kill him. They gotta kill him. Tyranny
I
cannot reign supreme.
in the boys universe it absolutely can because it is right now.
What are Avengers when you need them?
In another universe. I don't even know if
That's
the
a
Avengers
problem now. Too many universes to
would
cross.
if the Avengers, if Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor, Hulk, if they existed in the boys universe, they would not have the same. I mean, essentially, we do have Captain America in
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy, but he is a product of
Who
this
is the Hulk
universe.
in the universe?
In
The
this
boys
universe, I don't
universe.
think we've
Yeah.
we've seen anybody with that type of with those type of abilities.
Hmm.
I think
It's funny. Funny how they
because
stayed away from that one.
your Homelander is kind of like a mix between Captain America and
Captain
Superman.
America and Superman.
Yeah,
Got
your
it.
Black
Got it.
Noir is your Batman type. Maeve was Wonder Woman, of course. Deep is
Right.
Aquaman. A
Yes.
Train was the Flash.
Yes.
Like you
Tech
said,
Knight, it was back, man. Yeah. Yeah.
in the
Supposed to
sense
be.
of the deductions, but other than
Yeah.
that, his infatuation with holes and everything.
That is
I don't know if Bruce Wayne has that same
so crazy.
that same addiction. But yeah, I don't think that there
Frogman
is
was
a
told, no, okay.
yeah, I don't think
No,
there's a one
no.
to one for like all of the major because we did have a Spider-Man analog in
Yeah, that's
I forget what
horrible.
his name was, but I remember he was absolutely disgusting.
He
Uh,
was horrible.
but yeah, so you have a lot of big name Marvel and DC heroes that aren't really accounted for in the boys universe.
I'd like to see a Black Panther iteration. Uh, we still haven't gotten a Hawkeye iteration.
I mean, Hawkeye is just a guy who is skilled with a bow and arrow. He doesn't really have special powers.
How dare you say that? How dare you say that about Hawkeye?
Hawkeye said that about himself in Age of Ultron. He's like, I'm just a guy with a bow and arrow shooting at robots. None of this makes any sense.
Rest in peace, Hawkeye. Because if he survives out in
Hawkeye's
Secret
not
Wars,
dead. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Secret Wars.
I don't even know if he'll be there. Hawkeye's gonna be on his farm. On his farm, he's gonna be like, "Oh, they're gonna fight. I'm good."
Last time he did go fight. Yeah, we won't.
Because I mean, the last time he went fought, he lost Natasha. So I don't think he'll be itching to come back.
Spider. When the universe needs you, what are you gonna do? Stay at home, play Grand Theft Auto?
Probably.
No.
if all I, if I see the sky opening up because of an incursion and all of the superheroes who can fly and all of the ones who have lightning powers and super strength and all that stuff, they're all
Going
going
off
off to
to
battle.
the. They got
I'm
it.
sitting back on my couch because all I have
They
is a bow
got
and
it.
arrow. So I'm not getting involved in that.
You're not gonna take the Quinjet and go. They got it. I'm
Listen, they
seeing when they.
they impounded the Quinjet when Shield went under. I don't have a
Wow.
ride. I'm sorry, I couldn't make it. I don't have a ride.
Wow. Who gonna keep these hot dogs and burgers hot? What you talking about?
who
They gonna come back hungry.
who
Everybody got their job to do.
who gonna be here to put mayonnaise on my son's hot dog?
Yo, it's gonna be so interesting to see where they're going with Gen V because clearly they can't trust the dean. The dean's definitely thinking all of them are expendable,
Yeah,
except for Marie.
except for Marie, and
But we
maybe to a
don't even
lesser
know what
extent Jordan. But I
we
think
don't
Jordan might
even
just be a
know.
part of that whole plot.
Yeah, it's no way he's not being used as a pawn. I can see them
But
just giving that to him and then
but the thing
taking it
about it
away
is
just to
that
be used.
now, because when Jordan was giving their acceptance speech for, I guess not acceptance speech, but just speech for being named the number one or ranked number one,
Yeah, he started
and
snitching,
I mean, not really snitching, but
revealing.
putting the blame on themselves rather to keep it off of Marie and Emma. And that's probably going to put a wrench in Cypher's plan. Because
I
why
think
else? Because the thing about it is, Jordan wasn't even a part of the school. Jordan got arrested, put in jail. They come back. Now all of a sudden they're ranked number one. From what? They had the battle class and everything. Marie's the one that hit the button.
this is true.
Well, no, Jordan did hit the button the first time because Marie was about to get choked out.
This is also true.
But I mean, it
But the
wasn't
question
that
is, why didn't she suck his blood through his eyeball? And
well, because she was frazzled because she was trying to stop his heart and it didn't work. So she, like we
yeah,
were
he
talking about
started banging on
before,
this heart like he was about to do
like he was
a
Matthew McConaughey.
bebop,
No, not Matthew
right?
McConaughey. Yeah, it was Matthew McConaughey and Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall
Mhm.
Street. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
this dude
yes,
started charming.
but I mean, that goes to Cypher's point is like, you think you know how your powers work, but the minute you try to do something and it doesn't work, what's your step two? What's your plan B? How do you recover from that in the heat of battle? And she didn't know what to do because any other time she tried to use her powers, because like when she was fighting the guys in the parking lot, she took her blood whip, she wrapped it around his neck, she threw the guy. She tried to
Yeah.
do it to the big dude, she wrapped it around his neck, went to pull him. He's three times her size. He pulled her. So she's like, okay, that didn't
That
work.
won't work.
She tried to
Right.
stop his heart. He started banging on his chest, restarted it. That didn't work. So she's shit out of ideas.
Mm-hmm. So you can't really be mad at the dean because he's really trying to level him up. Though he's trying to level him up for different purposes,
Right.
the practicality
It
is
will help them to be better heroes because she got that hero
whoa,
high
whoa,
when she
whoa,
saved the
whoa, whoa,
Starlighters in that parking
whoa,
lot. She's
whoa,
like,
whoa.
you know, they're like, oh, aren't you? She was like, no, I'm nobody. She puts her hood up, turns around. We see that smile creep across her face because she's like, I did something good.
Spider, I want to be clear to everybody that's watching this show, and yourself included. You're now watching a villain at work. Kate
Marie?
is coming, well, not Marie right now, but Kate is coming for that ass. Like she is not okay with
Well,
them leaving her for dead. And the only reason that she's not coming on full attack now is because she doesn't have her powers. We saw last season how influential she can be just by
mhm.
touching people and amass an army.
Yeah, but she also was on the verge of killing herself in doing that.
Yeah, that was a lot. Overload. But who knows what level she's leveled up to when
But
she heals.
here's the thing, because who is she really mad at? Because she
Clearly
was
everyone.
well here's my question, because she went to New Jersey to go after Marie to try to get her back
Uh-huh.
to school because Cypher told her, you need to find Marie and you need to get her back. When she's trying to explain to Marie that she needs to come back to school, she goes to touch her arm. Of course, she doesn't have any gloves on, so they're thinking that okay, Katie is about to try to manipulate you to get back in school.
Yes.
Jordan, being defensive, blasted Kate into the wall. Marie wanted to help her. Marie was
Yes.
trying to help her, but they were like, you can't touch her because you touch her, she'll put you under her spell.
Yes.
And it was Jordan. Jordan was the one that blasted her back. Jordan was the one that said, leave her. Jordan was the one that was like, we don't need to be at school. We need to go on the run. So Jordan coming
Yes.
out and saying, I'm the one that attacked Kate, put themselves basically front and center for this attack.
Yes.
One, it's going to cause a shitstorm because the media has been basically saying, oh, this person that got killed, this Starlighter, was the one that
Mm-hmm.
attacked Kate. That's going to turn out to not be true. So
Yes.
now we talk, like you said, Cypher knows things. He's preparing them for a war that at this point we don't think is coming, but now it's almost inevitable because now we have a
The
human that was
humans
killed and wrongfully
by a
accused of
soup.
attacking a superhero. And then we're going to have superhero infighting because the superhero is the one that attacked the soup. And now we're going to have all this division within the student body at the school as well as faculty members, because we know that there are some students, as we saw that Emma saw the the chameleon girl that can absorb people's powers. She is a Starlight sympathizer. She's
Mm-hmm.
running around with this other girl. They're trying to amass this whole group to fight back. And so
So what's
we
up with Emma doing this whole little rallying of the troops that she's doing? Is she's gonna be a part of the Starlighter Rebellion as well?
I think so because Emma has and she's kind of been expressing
Learning about her powers.
well not well she's trying to learn about her power. She's trying to we see that she doesn't
Oh, I
have to
thought she
throw up.
mastered that last time.
No, she didn't master it. She just was able to she because she's always either high or drunk. But
Mm, type of
it's
girl.
her growing and shrinking, she realized that it was tied to her emotional state. But
Yes.
since she can't master her emotional state, she can't master her powers. So when she got drunk and depressed, she shrunk. When she was
Yes.
high and she got excited, she grew. Right. And
Yeah.
so I think that because what she's been saying about how Andre believed in her and how it made her start believing in herself, she
Yes.
realizes that because she spent almost all of season one kind of being trying to be this popular person, trying to get her social media following up, and everything that she was doing was getting blown back at her by people who were trying to use her, who people who were trying to manipulate her, people who were
Yes.
just trying to get stuff out of her because she was popular, she was famous. Which is why she was saying that when she was in an influencer class, she's like, "Hey, this isn't my thing. I don't even post online anymore." And the teacher is telling her is like, "You underestimate the power that you wield just because of who you are.
Mm.
And so you can use that and you can incite change." Now, she was saying it as to incite change to more towards the superhero side. But I think Emma took that as like, oh, if I can amass a following, then I can get more people on the side. I think at that point, she wasn't really trying to get people on the side of Starlight, but just as to uncover the truth about what's going on at Godolkin University because they knew something about the woods and they knew it all got covered up, so it's like
Right.
clearly there's something else going on and we need to figure it out. But I think that I
Mm.
I love the way that they turn her character around from not being um so down on herself about her
Yes.
upbringing and her mom, and but we see that when she gets back to school her mom is still the same way because
Of
she's
course.
going to stand next to her mom. She's like, "Oh, don't forget your left side, your good side." So she's trying to again prop her up in front of the camera because she's one of those stage moms. But clearly Emma has no interest in it, and I love the fact that she's not, because they didn't give her much to do outside of being with the rest of the Gen V group, right? So unless they were all investigating something together, if she was off by herself, she was either
Jeez.
drinking, she was on drugs, she was partying, she was depressed. And so they've developed her character to where now she's a little bit more self-confident. She was trying to help the barista at the coffee shop. She's putting
Yes.
together all of these soups to try to amass this uprising and everything. She's leading an investigation on her own. She's bringing
Mm.
Polarity into the archives to try to figure this stuff out. So while Jordan and Marie and Kate and Sam, they're all doing their own thing, like Emma's putting in work.
Putting that work in, Emma, and she's being used as a ping pong ball for beer pong.
Yeah.
So she knows how to balance it out. She's balancing it, Spider.
She's like, "Look,
This
I'm tiny.
this
I can't make
this
myself
year.
grip bigger, so I might as well make the most of it." Even when she got
I'm
thrown in the bed, she's like, "I am not drunk enough for this."
Yeah, I think she was really trying to cope too. Like you
Yeah,
said, it's steps. She's taking steps to get better, but at the same time, she kind of backslides and she takes Ambien that's not Ambien.
yeah.
Um, it
She
happens.
was so high,
But
but I
again,
mean, it worked
she's
because she
learning.
was able to like let go of her inhibitions and fan out over the Rememberer, and so she got them into the back vault.
The rememberer forgot. Imagine that. These things, man.
But I
It
love the
looks like it's what you say.
no, I was about to say I just love the way when she got excited and got big, and she's just like in in the archive room, just naked, and Remember comes in, and Polarity is just like she does that sometimes. He was just like, you know what, fuck it, and it's just closed the door, just left, no
Yeah.
questions asked. Like I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, because you think like, oh, how are they gonna get out that situation? It's like, nope, this is a world of superheroes. They don't really have to.
Right.
They just explain what's going on, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
And
she
then for
has
her to turn
powers,
around,
and especially since they're in school, they know that these are younger soups that may not necessarily have control of their powers. And Polaria's like, she does that sometimes. It happens. And it's like,
and then
okay.
for her to recite justice always remembers.
Yeah.
In the janitor closet. It looks like we're gearing up for a nice little semester here with Gen V Spider.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes. They got a lot going on. They pay respect to Andre. They got Kate definitely about to become the most menacing villain they've ever seen. Somebody gonna have to pop a head. This is
Whoever, well, we don't have too many head poppers still around. Because Victoria's dead.
Marika pop heads.
Marie can pop heads, but she doesn't know how yet.
She got to level up.
But I feel like Kate's fury is going to be unleashed on someone. I don't think it's going to be any of the other kids.
What do you mean?
I don't think
Oh, you think
when
she's
she
coming for
when
the new dean? You know
yes,
she kills deans.
she does.
She's killed deans.
She
She'll
does.
kill a dean and go to
But
lunch.
yeah,
She
when she's like unleashed and she really lets go, is going to. I think that's who it's going to be directed at.
I don't know his abilities, but I do know Kate is vulnerable to a lot.
Yes, a
So that's
blender specifically being one thing that she is vulnerable to.
and that's just one thing. I don't want to see what else he could do that's supernatural.
Yeah.
God dang gone. If he's an android though, he might have a beam in his hand. Pew, pew,
And
pew,
if
pew.
he is an android, does that mean that she wouldn't be able to control him?
She can't.
Because
There's no matter to control.
right, because we saw her about to touch him, but he caught her hand, and that's when he was about to stick it in the blender. So if she can't control him, I think then we might get one scene later on in the season where she does try to control him and it just doesn't work.
He could pull his hand off and give homage to T2 or Terminator 1. Sorry. And do you remember when Ono pulled his hand
Yeah.
off? I started this with a bad Ono impersonation. I just wanted to bring that full circle.
Come full
So
circle.
if it's an android though, it's very well. Like you said, we have not seen that, and that's not outrageous for the boys universe,
No.
right? But the question is, what was the purpose that Godolkin created him for? Just as an
Right.
assistant? Just as an if it was just an assistant, you can understand, and he's taking on the mission, and maybe he was just reactivated, you know, and he's going to the protocol program.
Well, maybe it was someone that he could trust because his colleagues weren't listening to him. We started off
No,
episode 1
they didn't.
of
They
Godolkin
went
running
to
through the hallways trying to
Reddit.
get them to. First of all, you
Yeah.
create this serum or this liquid
Super
of
soldier
whatever
serum. Yeah.
to try
Look
to
like dishwasher soap.
recreate superpowers or try to create superpowers within the human body.
Yes.
As scientists, this group of 6 scientists, why would you test it on yourself? Because
There's no way that he didn't tell them.
I mean,
That
he
it
tried to
was
tell them
ready.
that it wasn't ready. And then the
Did he
thing about it
though?
is also
I don't trust
we
this
saw
dude.
him pass out because they all died horrific deaths.
Horrific.
Melted, exploded,
Dude, stomach exploded. One caught on
tentacles out of the
fire.
asshole, everything.
Yeah. Well, Butcher got that. I think he had. I think that's
Well,
what
his
Butcher
was
has.
like more out of his stomach than, but yeah, that's what he has.
Yeah.
But for Godolkin, he passed out from smoke inhalation. So I don't think
Oh, that's
he
why he
died.
passed out.
Yeah, I think because he was coughing a little bit because he didn't get.
Yeah, but
He had blood on him, but it was the blood from the other people.
So what is he, immortal?
No. I don't
'Cause-
think he's immortal, but I think that the scene played out that way because they wanted us to think that Godolkin died. But if he
I
put
never
his
thought he was
consciousness into Cypher as an
Android.
android, or
I mean,
if
think about it. The name is Cipher.
yes, but
God damn it,
Cypher is really
Spider.
just uh like a codex to decrypt, or it's a way to decrypt something that's encrypted.
Right. Still code. He's an android. We done cracked the case, Spider. This we didn't even see the end of the season. We done already cracked it. That's what we do here. I'm not making no apologies. If you listen for this long, then you're welcome.
But well, what I'm thinking is that if he survived that incident in order to continue Project Odessa, because they were working on Project Odessa, and this was in the 60s, and Marie wasn't born until the 90s.
Right. And that's
So
why I had to say he not immortal, but he should be like really, 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 really. Well, he was young in the flashback.
yeah,
We could have said could have been
but I mean, he was still, and
incredibly
I would
smart.
say
His
if I
20s,
would say 20s at the
24,
youngest.
23.
So you're
Yeah.
still talking 30 years later, so he would be somewhere in his 50s. But I think he
Yeah.
created Cypher to continue on his work after he died,
Correct. If he's dead.
if he's dead.
But if he's not
He
dead,
could
then
very well be in hiding somewhere,
what the fuck he was doing for 30 years?
working on Project Odessa and continuing his studies, but in secrecy.
This dude is diabolical. He need to be
Because I mean,
stopped.
if he, because think about it, we already know that we had Compound V. Who created Compound V? Vought scientists. But who was leading the Vought scientists?
Well, clearly Godolkin, you seen that he was working on a version
Right.
of Compound V.
And I know you had the guy who was like Homelander's chaperone within the labs. It was locking him up in the room and all that other kind of stuff. But they had to have somebody who was overseeing all of that, someone who was in
Of
charge of that.
course. Of course. And
So I
very
think
well
Godolkin might
funded
still be
if they have
alive, but in
all
hiding,
those.
or like
Why is
not
it
not in
all
hiding, but like kept under wraps, kept in secret.
why is it always blue?
I don't
The
know.
serum.
Maybe because blue is generally associated with, as a color associated with good, like blue lightsabers, blue laser beams. Like if they're coming out of a gun, it's always blue for the good guys, red for the bad guys, right? So I think it's a subversion, again, subversion of expectations, where you have
Yeah.
this blue serum that's creating superheroes, and they should, because of the thing that we know about superheroes, should be good, but their morality is based on who they are as
Human
people.
morality. Yeah. If you don't get the matrix blue, red choice, no choice having.
And I don't know,
No
maybe
shit.
because if it
Marie
was
didn't have a choice.
yeah, they could have made it any color, but I don't know. I don't, maybe
Marie.
blue is like easy to recreate, and
I
I don't know.
guess it's the color dawn. So Marie didn't have a choice. She was done
She
as a
didn't.
baby.
Yeah.
And man, listen, I'm so hoping that she don't break bad because I'm telling
If she
y'all,
does, we are cooked. Done for.
I think she could take Homeland out.
If she masters her powers, absolutely.
You know, she just need to listen. Just because it, I don't think. Well, no, I take that back. There's no way you're stopping Homelander's fault like that.
Right, because if she masters her power in the sense of she could use her abilities without having to, because right now she has to like raise her hand to control it.
Yes,
If she can
yes.
do it without doing that, or like Victoria, you can see her eyes would change when she's using her powers.
Yeah, I don't think Victoria could pop his head fast enough.
No, and he told her, he said, I would, he's like, I would snap your neck before your eyes could change.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
But if that's what I'm saying,
Marie could
if Marie can use
take
her,
blood from him fast enough,
but
faster than he can shoot his eye
if
lasers.
she can if she can master her abilities, she doesn't need to take the blood from him. She can just
Stop it.
she have you ever seen Avatar Last Airbender?
Which
The
version are you
animated
referring
show,
to?
the animated show on Nickelodeon.
I know of the show, yes.
Okay, so Katara at one point was she learned how to blood bend, and if you can control someone's body, again, learning how powers work, she can control his body to where he can't use his abilities because she's controlling what his body does.
That's diabolical, Spider. It's diabolical.
So that's what I'm saying. If she can master what she can do, she doesn't have to worry about not being able to be fast enough for Homelander. Because if all she has to do is look at Homelander and make him seize up, he can't do anything.
That's why I named her as the queen. Just don't piss her off. I don't
But
know where
no,
they're going, but it's gonna be interesting to
it's
see
good.
because I'm letting you know I'm here for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazon is showing y'all the reason they charging y'all so much for shipping. All right, because clearly they put it into these shows.
You got to pay for yourself some
Every
kind of way.
every now and then, Amazon reminds you, like, "Hey, we do this too." By the way, and it's one of these shows.
Yeah.
Can they stick the landing though? Because again, maybe season we how many times we seen a season fall off or halfway? Like you said,
I will,
you
I will
could be
say
a moment in
this.
time and be great, or you could stay and be forever and lose your credibility.
I will say this. We have seen, and you all, as our audience, have seen,
I love
depending
you.
on however many times you've watched our episodes,
Oh,
we've
please, I love
watched
you.
these series and talk about how, for whatever reason, they just don't end
Fuck it up at the
well.
end. They
Something happens in
fumble at the
the
end.
last episode or the last two episodes are just uh,
Real Game of
a
Thrones
shadow in
season.
comparison as to what the rest of the season
What if
was.
season three?
So I think the question isn't how many shows have we seen fumble the ending. I think the question is how many seasons of the boys
Mm.
universe have we seen fumble the ending? And I think, if I can remember correctly, I don't think they ever have. I think every season has ended solidly and has hyped us up for the next one.
I guess I
So
do it like
I,
that, Spider.
you know, knock on wood, I
Knock on
can't
wood.
see them straying from that record. First three episodes, and I know I already know you're going to talk about it because we always talk about it. You drop the first three episodes, get us excited for the show. It shows promise.
Oh, you're not gonna say the real reality that people watch our show? Maybe they don't watch it, but somebody that they know watch it and bring that episode information back to those other people.
it's
Because we have seen in the industry, people take heed to what we have said.
it's a non-0% chance that someone working in Hollywood watches this podcast.
Check that math real fast. Math
I
might
can
be math
I
and
cannot
hmm.
definitively say that nobody that's working on any of these shows also watch our show. I can't say for sure that there is no one that does. But in the event that there is a show writer, a producer, a showrunner, anyone who is watching the show, first of all, thank you. We appreciate you being here. Second of all, shout us out. Leave a comment. Just say, even if you're working on the show that hasn't been released yet, just be like, hey, I appreciate you guys. I like your takes, you know, whatever. Well, however you want to leave a comment. I can't tell you what to type. But I think that with these three episodes that have come out, with the emotion, with the intensity, with the story progression that we've got from this first three episodes, and we lost Mr. VIP. He'll probably be back in just a second.
What were you
Um,
saying about the people that watch the show?
well, what I was saying was that regardless of the people who watch the show, I was saying that, if you are working in the industry and you do watch the show, we would love to hear from you. Appreciate a comment. Even if you're working on the show and you don't have it produced or anything like that, that's totally fine. We would love to hear from you anyway. But,
Yeah, just say you like the show. It's all right.
but
We're
no,
not gonna hit you for a bag. Might
No,
want to talk to you about some
we might
things.
just want like a an
Throw some ideas your way.
assistant writer credit or something.
I need half of a point. Like just
Not even assistant writer credit, just like in the special thanks, like special thanks
yeah,
to,
yeah.
just that. But
And
no,
I
what
could
I
be
was
like,
saying was
I
that,
never got paid for that, right? I never got paid for that movie. I know that. I never
but
got
no,
paid.
with the first three episodes and the emotion and the storytelling and the story progression that we've got from these first three episodes,
Real
I find it
characters.
hard to fathom based on their track record with their shows. I can't, not to say that it's impossible, but I find it hard for me to think that any part of this show is going to fumble. Like there may be scenes, like I said, there was the scene between Marie and Pam and the emotional way that it hit, and then you immediately jump cut to something that was wacky and crazy. Like that felt like it was really jarring to me, but that doesn't detract from everything else that was great about the episode. So yeah, there'll probably be moments that don't land and things that are just, kind of okay, but the season as a whole, I can't see them. I can't see them fumbling it because I feel like they have the proven track record that they know how to make this genre work.
So the Game of Thrones.
But also, Game of Thrones detracted from the source material and extended beyond what was already produced. And here's the thing, I will say that with every franchise, no matter what
Uh-huh.
show that you have,
Uh-huh.
even for the number of people who hate the way a series or a season might end, you're still
Mm.
going to have a group of people who either liked
Gonna
it
love it.
or they were just like, I was fine with
Yeah.
it. I didn't see that. I didn't think it was that big of a
Yeah.
deal.
I
So
just took it as it is.
regardless of how
Listen.
it turns out, you're going to have people who love it. You're going to have people that hate it. There are people right now that hate the boys, that hate Gen V. They think it's too crass. They think it's too gory. They think it's too violent. They think it sullies the name of superheroes because of all the things that they're doing, all the sex, all the drugs, all the cursing. And
Yeah,
you're going to have people like that.
we call those people unhappy. That's okay. We don't worry about unhappy people. We don't
But
listen.
it's
Ever
going to
since
happen.
Robin stepped off that sidewalk, I was invested. Okay, this is for Robin. All right, this is a
I
deep
think,
cut.
I feel like even Huey forgot about Robin at this point.
Well, he's got a little starlight in him, so every now and then you got to let that light in. You know, listen. We worked that out. Him and A Train are good now,
Yeah.
right? They they had to do their things. They had to work it out. Now they worked it out. We moved on, and it'll be interesting to see where they move on if they're really going to end with season five. And like you said, they can't overstay their welcome. It is one of those things that is going to be a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, since Robin stepped off the sidewalk, I've been here for it. So it'll be interesting to see how they land the plane.
And we'll find
Get
out
it?
once.
Get it? Get it? Land the plane? How
Well,
Homeland to let the people die? No,
Homeland, that plane did not
Gen
land.
V. Listen, Gen V is on a different trajectory though. They're on their way up while the boys may be on their way out. It's not to say that these crossovers won't happen, but it's going to be so interesting to see in the next 2 years. She's a sophomore now.
Mm-hmm.
So in the next 2 years, if we're going to graduate Marie as a villain, or is she gonna be a hero? She
I don't.
desperately, like you said, she wants to be a hero, but in this universe, dude, I don't see it. I don't, it's
Yeah,
like circumstances is going to
heroes
make her a villain.
don't necessarily prevail in this universe. We've seen in 3 seasons, 4 seasons, really, of
Has
the
any
boys.
hero
That's what
prevailed?
I'm saying. We've seen in 4 seasons of the boys and 1 season of Gen V. I don't think any hero has come out on the other side of trying to do the right thing and survived. I mean, Maeve survived, but she's also in hiding.
And Annie was trying to do the right things, and look how her life
She's also
got.
on the run and in hiding. this universe doesn't. This universe loves heroes, but not good ones. Because
Dude,
the good
this
ones get
is horrible.
overtaken by the bad ones. And again,
But
we're
there are
not
no
going to talk
good
about the
ones.
parallels. Not anymore. Homelander takes him out.
Are you talking about that guy that was blind? Or the Annie's ex boyfriend that wanted to join the Seven?
Him too.
Or just anybody that looked at
And
him
he hadn't even
wrong
really
way?
gotten like to do anything. He was just, and he was like
Eliminate him
trying to
early.
get him to join her side. He wasn't even fully committed yet. And Homelander took him out.
Yeah, A
So,
Train snitched on that. A Train's like, boy, what makes you think I'm on your side?
right.
I was like, that is horrible. But you got to
That's
get
the
on
way it
somebody,
is.
or you next.
Exactly.
And then he was losing his powers too. I'm so invested.
So we'll see what happens with Gen V. Clearly,
Slasher boys.
the heroes are trying their best to be able to overcome this nightmare that is Godolkin University and whatever's going on undergrounds and under wraps. Um,
I wouldn't take a full ride. I wouldn't take a full ride. Nah. I wouldn't take
the
none.
fact that you basically have your spine snapped in PE class, yeah, I don't think I'm attending that school. I'm gonna
I'm
just
gonna
go to
go over there to. I'm gonna go
I'm
online.
gonna go over to the community college.
Yeah.
Where's Godolkin Community College? That's the one that I need to go to.
Not even going online with them. No, I'm gonna go to another alma mater.
Just go
I
ahead
can't
and
go
sign
there.
up to DeVry.
Proudly.
But let us know what you thought about the first episodes of Gen V. So we have first 3 episodes of season 2. Let us know what you thought about it. And also let us know what you thought
Hey.
about this episode. Remember, if you liked the video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
Leave a comment. We'll read that thing. What if their superpower was like that, Spider? If you had to Mr. Make It Rain Man.
And
That's it. Just
you could like make money appear.
I was thinking about throwing uh, cards like Gambit, but I
Oh,
guess if you can make money appear, that's so much better.
I mean, when you say
Mister,
Mr. Make It Rain, man, that's what I'm thinking he's doing. Just dollar
well,
bills.
it's the same motion. Oh, that would suck if it's just dollars. You were there all day.
I think that's the downfall of it because we talked about unfortunate powers that you can't control. Like, oh yeah, I want to go buy a car. I can make my own money. Yeah, that's $55,000. Okay.
My wrist, my wrist. Then you get carpal tunnel. Like you can't make money anymore,
Like, what if you
or
had?
it's even
What,
worse.
what if it was like an ATM where you had a daily limit that you could only do like 300 at a time?
Oh, that is horrible. And then they still want to arrest you for counterfeiting. It's like
Exactly.
this dude, I can't. It's I can't
Like all
help
all
this.
all these bills are legit.
All every time I
But
wash
I
my
mean,
hand, it's
technically, they can't be
150.
legit because they're not printed through a U.S. mint. So
But if it's identical,
if it's identical, then it's definitely counterfeit. But if they're not identical, if what if everyone had a different serial number,
that's crazy.
but you can't use it? Like you're making legitimate
No, you
cash
can't. You
out of
can't use
nothing.
it.
You could
You
use
don't
it.
tell nobody. You just
Exactly. You
stay at home
it's
and
just say I'm doing this.
at least 50,000 times. That sucks that it's a dollar
Yeah.
though.
Dollar bills.
We ought to
Ones.
do that. We ought to just make a couple of superhero powers and just say the downfalls of them. Like,
But
oh my
but
god.
no, what you were saying, as far as do we see Marie graduating into a villain? Honestly, I don't think we get to senior year. I don't think we get to see them graduating God U. I think that all of this is going to come to a head, and God U is either going to be destroyed or shut down before they can make it out of senior year.
With the Dean being what he is right now, I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if there's another Dean that's gonna step in and be like, "No, we're gonna reestablish things to right and not have a secret underground bunker or be ready for some type of fight, world domination."
Mm-hmm.
Like, where else can the villain go? You can bring in another Dean, But what would be the thing now, right? So anything else is gonna feel kind of fail and pale in comparison.
Yeah.
Um,
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think that Gen V will probably end after season 3. And
I could see that.
I think that season 2 is going to reveal what Marie's powers are, and Cypher is going to have a very big part in that. As we see Marie and Jordan getting closer, they're going to have Cypher's going to put a split between them. They're going to be on
Of
opposing
course,
forces. Marie
of
is going to
course.
go to Cypher's side. And then I think all of season 3 is going to be Marie doing Cypher's bidding. And then as the season progresses, she like sees the light or whatever, and then goes back to the hero side. And then the end of season 3 will be Marie rejoining the rest of Gen V, and they emerge victorious after destroying God U.
Maybe she takes over the school and she's the new dean.
That would be kind of crazy for a student who hasn't even graduated to become the new dean.
Well, it's all
But I
bought
mean,
anyway.
if it is a superhero university, at the one of the most powerful superheroes, if she has nothing else to really learn in classes, and she wants to take it in a new direction, then yeah. But I feel like, again, talking about the parallels in real life, I think that if none of that what I just said happens, and Cypher gets killed off season 2, they bring a new dean in for season 3. I think that new dean will come in, try to change the name of the university from Godolkin because of everything that the Nazi memorabilia in the basement. They're going to reveal
Yes.
that about him, and then like, okay, well, clearly he was a bad guy, so we don't need to name, just like, again, parallels to real life. They renamed Confederate statues. They renamed Godolkin University to somebody else. And then you have, again, the people come out. It was like, oh, you're trying to rewrite our history. And then you have the whole argument about that. And that's a whole thing. It goes into Congress. And I feel like there's more that's happening in real life and day to day that Eric Kripke and the writers have so much to pull from to
Yeah, and
portray
that's
those
normally what
parallels
they
into the next
do.
season.
They
Yeah.
do pull from those things and put it into their show, which is one of the most intelligent things you can do to make your show
Relevant.
relevant and
Yeah.
current to
And
pop culture. And
yeah,
even if nothing else, it's timeless in the sense of it is a
is the product of its time.
story of
And
its
you can
time. Exactly.
it's history encapsulated, because we've
Exactly.
10 years down the line, you look back at it, be like, shit, that's really how things were back then. And hopefully
Until
10 years down the line things have changed.
I don't know. They haven't changed in the last 10.
Well, I mean, they've gotten worse. Some would
That's
arguably say they've gotten worse.
opposite
Yeah,
direction of what I was
they've
trying to.
changed. They have not changed
Yeah,
the way that we wanted them to
yeah.
change,
I
but
put
they have
them
absolutely
change for the
changed.
better.
So who
Well,
knows
here's the
what
here's
the
the
next
thing.
10 will bring.
Here's the thing. She's gonna keep taking stuff till there's really nothing else to take. So
I feel like there's always more. There's always something. There's always a different spectacle, a new current event. I I I firmly believe that things that are happening now are going to play out in season 5 of The Boys. They're going to make parody situations and parody events of things that are happening now as we record this on September 23rd. Things that have happened within the last few weeks, they are probably going to take that and put that into season 5 of The Boys.
I will be more than excited to see how they adapt it.
But we'll see exactly how it all plays out. We'll be back wrapping up Gen V once the season is done in October, and we'll be back
Maybe
with more super
we might be
episodes in
back.
the next episode. We'll be back when
How
we
we
are
feel?
back. This time only for the times that we're here.
Sometimes, and
Sometimes.
and only those times.
But
No other
no
times.
other time. But thank you all so much for joining us in this episode. We greatly appreciate all the love, all of the support. We'll see you in the next one. But just remember, until then, keep being super.